camera here while we're waiting for people to hop on. I want to welcome everybody who's going to be catching this on the replay. I wasn't really sure what I was going to do today. I was thinking about trying to get the mutable signs video done for eclipse season, but I had the intuition that my son is not going to sleep long enough to get that done. So instead, I thought I'd pop on here and see who we can catch on the live stream. We just had the most beautiful, I wanted to call it a summer storm because we're getting some of that warmer weather here in the Northeast now, and it's starting to feel a bit summery out from time to time. One of those storms where it was dark and there was hail and just a torrential rain, and then the sun came out and it was still raining, and I absolutely love when it rains while the sun's out. There's just a totally different energy and feel to it. And then it cleared and now it's just beautiful and sunny out. So I love the energy of that. What a great metaphor for so much of what we're experiencing, right? As we move through this process here. Hello, Third Eye Vision. Hello, Galactic Elf. Ooh, Hawaii. Aloha, I guess I should say. I've really been enjoying seeing you in the comments. It's wonderful to catch you on here on the live stream. Hello, Evelyn. Hello, my beautiful sister. Yes, how is everybody feeling? I know in the eclipse season video, I did say that we were going to continue getting into these energies. There's just so much to explore here, and we do have, I actually don't know what the date is right now. If somebody does know and they can let me know in the chat, I'm not sure. I know I feel like we're a few days away from the first eclipse, that 29-degree of Aries eclipse. It's got to be like what, the 16th today, maybe? Something like that. Hello, Vita. Welcome. Cosmic timing is a marvelous thing. Absolutely. Yeah, it's got to be something like the 16th. It's the 18th today. Oh. All right, so the eclipse is happening at midnight tomorrow night. Very exciting then. Really feeling the energies of this one. Hello, oh, from Texas, Christine, welcome. Christina, yes, love my beautiful Texans as well. Texas is a state that really intrigues me. There was a long time there where the idea of Texas and traveling to Texas was not something within my scope, but I've heard a lot of really great things about Texas. People really seem to enjoy living there. The weather, of course, is right up my alley. And I love how Texas is always like doing its own thing, you know, like it really has its own energy. I heard rumors that Texas wanted to secede from the United States, and I was like, dude, you go, girl. You know what I mean? So I have a new appreciation for the state of Texas in many different ways. Your cousin's birthday. Oh, beautiful. Well, happy birthday to your cousin, Vita. What a beautiful day to be born. And yes, so we are going to be transitioning into Taurus season in just a couple days here, which is my birthday season. So I'm always excited about that. It's my birthday season. It's my partner's birthday season. It's my roommate and good friend's birthday season. He's technically a Gemini, so he's right after, a few days after. 5 days or so after the sun shifts into Gemini, but still in the month of May. He's a May Gemini. Ooh, Jamaica. Ooh, I love that too. Oh, yes, as many people on here as possible to bring those warm and those tropical vibes, because I'm really feeling that right now. That's the energy that I'm wanting to get into, and sort of the mentality and the feel as well. Yeah, I haven't visited Jamaica, but I would absolutely love to visit there someday. My niece is part Jamaican, so there's she has that energy and that vibe in there, and I don't know, it's definitely a place that's I want to go everywhere, really. I'm sure many of you guys can relate. There's really not too many places on this planet that I would not like to travel to. There's a few, but we're not gonna call them out on here. So how's everybody feeling these energies as we're waiting for the room to fill up a little bit more? See who else is going to hop on here. How is this resonating with everyone? I definitely feel a bit of a lightening for me personally going on. I did recently receive an aura session, which is one of the modalities that I'm going to be learning in the month of May, right around my birthday. I'm going to be traveling. So I think that is adding to some of the lightness that I'm feeling. I think the weather is adding to that too. And I definitely think the energies as well. I mean, they're going to be intense, and it's going to vary what people experience depending on what's coming up for you, what's trying to shift in, what's trying to shift out, all of these things that we know happen during eclipse season. But it feels really, really good. I am a 29-degree North Node in Aries in the 10th house. And so the eclipse is happening exactly conjunct my North Node. So I think that I'm probably feeling that energy of it a little more than I might be otherwise. But yeah, I'm very excited to be traveling soon, to be learning this absolutely beautiful modality, two modalities. Technically, I'm going to be learning the aura, quantum healing, soul regression, and I'm also going to be learning the raw Reiki entity removal. So it's a pretty nice package there, and I get to go to a beautiful city underlaid in quartz crystal and get those beautiful vibes. I decided I'm really going to treat myself as we all should, right? Because I deserve that and I'm worth that. So I booked a really nice Airbnb with a nice hot tub so I can get out of the airport, get into the vicinity of my training the night before, and just really have that beautiful rest and relaxation and rejuvenation. And so it's all about finding these little ways that we can pamper ourselves, that we can really treat ourselves and just practice that act of self-love, that act of self-care. The intense energy is starting to even out, feeling really grounded. That's beautiful. Yeah, we definitely always, when we have these intense energies, you guys, we want to be grounding as much as possible, consciously connecting, rooting down into the planet, connecting with nature when we can and where we can. Just really, really connecting and tapping in that way. I think one of the most beautiful things that I've been learning lately, the training for my course has been pretty intense, and there's a lot that we're looking into, a lot that we're learning, a lot that's been uncovered through these channelings and these regression sessions regarding the nature of this planet, the predicament of this planet that we have all incarnated into. And there's a lot of really heavy stuff, right? But there's beautiful, beautiful energy and hope that I'm feeling as I'm learning all of this. And I am going to be, as I said, sharing quite a bit with you guys about the different things that I'm learning. And remember, it's all perspectives, right? But the perspectives that I'm learning regarding the nature of this planet and the predicament of this planet, that most people watching this channel, you incarnated here to assist with this process of ascension, this process of freeing and liberating humanity from these darker oppressive energies. But there's a lot of beautiful hope there. And it's every human soul contains so much beautiful, potent, powerful energy, right? And the star seeds, the light workers that have incarnated here for the purpose of assisting this planet in its ascension and humanity as well. We carry not only our own beautiful soul light, which is so radiant, but we also carry that ability to really be these antennas and these channels for more of that light to come down into this planet. We talk about this all the time, but I'm really coming to appreciate what a profound difference it makes when we do our own healing work, right? Because as we incarnate into this physical vessel, into this density, right, there is so much being done on this planet to keep us as dense and as heavy as possible, to weigh us down. There's so many attachments that we end up with, some implanted, some that simply come in, have access to our energy through the traumas, through the different things that we experience. And all of this stuff dims our soul light. It dims our ability to be the powerful channels of healing that we are meant to be on this planet. And so when we start doing that healing work, when we start releasing these inversions, right, releasing this density, healing and working through these traumas, we become that much more powerful of a lighthouse. And if we were, and when we are able to stand in our full sovereignty, in our full light, with all of these inversions removed, all of this trauma healed, the amount of light that we're able to channel and be the vessel for coming through, influencing this planet, the power that that has to shift anyone and everything in our presence, it is exponential. It is astronomical. And so I'm having this new appreciation for the importance and the great impact that each and every single, yes, human being, and absolutely each and every single starseed, light worker, 144,000, whatever label, whatever way of understanding yourself that you have, twin flame, whatever, however you conceptualize all of these different expressions of your energy. When we're able to do that work and release all of that density and heaviness and remove ourselves from that programming, right, and really stand in our sovereignty, I mean, that is the ripple. That is the ripple right there that awakens humanity, right, and gets us to that critical mass point that we need in order for our consciousness to really align with that next dimension, that next density of consciousness and experience. Hello, Lucian. A lot of blocked energy, high anxiety. This week is smoother. Yeah, Aries, Sun, and Moon in Libra. Yeah, so you're going to be feeling this eclipse particularly extremely strongly, Lucian. Hello, Ashley. I'm so glad you're here. Hello, Suzanne. Welcome. Hello, Eric. Solik. Hello, Melissa. Yeah, a lot of energy in the chest, a lot of heart chakra activations. And we are, of course, moving toward the 5-5 portal as well. We've got a couple weeks for that, but we're moving toward that too. And we talked about how there's an activation of the heart chakra happening with each of the portals, as well as an activation of each of the chakras moving through the 12 chakra system. And so the 5-5 portal is going to be, where are we? We started with Earth Star is 1, Root is 2, Sacral's 3, solar plexus is 4, heart is 5. Yeah, so the 5-5 portal is like a double heart activation, major energy already pouring through, streaming through for that. So just breathe through that, release that. Something that I've been guided to do, seeking someone, energy field tuning and chakra clearing on the Big Island. Okay, yeah, I'm not sure about on the island. I do remote sessions with people all over the world, so that is definitely something. If you're open to the understanding that energy does not need to, like, energy does not conform to time and space, I would absolutely love to and be honored to assist you with that, Galactic Elf. If anybody knows anybody locally in the Hawaii area as well, let them know. And what were we saying? We're talking about, oh yeah, the 5-5 portal, the heart activations. Yeah, and we're just feeling that all the time. Our hearts are constantly being activated. The heart is the gateway to the 5th dimension, right? We talk about that all the time. It is the portal to the 5th dimension. It is the connector of the upper and the lower chakras, the upper and the lower worlds. It is the bridge. And so the heart is always, the heart's always clearing and working. Oh yeah, what I wanted to say was something that I've been guided to do, and this could work for anything that we're wanting to heal right now. For me, it's my digestion. That part of my body is really calling out for more and more healing, more and more work. And so what I've been guided to do is on a daily basis, just bring that white light through. Imagine in meditation that white light moving through the entire digestive tract. So bring that white light into your heart, or whatever color light resonates with you. Just work with different energies, work with different colored flames, work with different colored rays of light. I think that's going to be really helpful for people. The color, especially, I'm feeling color for people as we're moving through this next month, working with color. I've been consciously attempting to wear some different colors. As everyone knows who follows this channel, black is my favorite. It's my go-to. But I'm working in some of those lighter colors as well to work with color in that way. Let's see. I want to check out. I know there was something else said here. Oh yeah, there are people who are going to feel the energy more than others. It's going to be more of a roller coaster, depending on just where their own personal soul is at in this journey, how sensitive they are to energy, what level of awakening. I think we all go through peaks and valleys when we're opening up, when we're activating and releasing and purging, where sometimes it does feel more intense than other times. It is it's a constant. So part of the up and down, Melissa, what I'm feeling, and Galactic Elf, email me. My email's in the description box of, I'm not sure if it's going to be in this video because it's a live stream on my phone, but of most of my videos, my website and my email. Shoot me an email. I would love to be assistance for you. What I'm feeling with this up and down energy, Melissa, also is what I'm being reminded of is the fact that as we release density and as we align more powerfully with our souls and with our soul's blueprint, and we raise our vibration, so to speak, we are constantly transitioning in and out of dimensions, meaning that we are sometimes consciously in the third dimension. A lot of times we're operating in the fourth, which is like the in-between between the third and the fifth. And sometimes we are operating in that fifth dimensional frequency. And so we're moving in and out of dimensions, if you will, in and out of frequencies, constantly in and out of timelines. And depending on the things that we're doing, the things that we're listening to, the people that we're surrounding ourselves, the spaces that we're in, a lot of these things are influencing our vibration and they're bringing us up and down. And so that is, I feel like, one thing that you may be experiencing is just, it's almost like what I'm feeling is it's not so much an up and down as a back and forth, if that makes any sense. Hello, Wolf Mother. Welcome. Hello, Lightmaker. Ashley Rose, I don't know if I said hi to you. I think I saw you in the chat earlier and I may not have. So hello, beautiful. Yeah, the sore throat, the dry throat, honey. Work with honey teas are going to help with that. Toning, I'm feeling toning could help with that as well. Your black is your only. Yes. Schumann resonance at 82. Oh, wow. I'm not really tuned in to the Schumann resonance and all the fluctuations of that. So I love when people bring that up. Because that definitely affects us and impacts us in a pretty dramatic way. And as the frequency of the earth is shifting, the Schumann resonance is shifting too, right? Like the frequency, the earth's baseline frequency and all of these other frequencies that we experience, these fluctuations. Yeah, let's see. Yellow and green have been calling your name. Interesting. I love that. Those are beautiful. We got the heart and the solar plexus there. And also they feel like colors of springtime. So I really like that. Yeah. One thing that I have learned about black is that it is an absorber of energy. And so, which makes sense, right? We go out in the sun and it absorbs all that sunlight. So actually, I'm feeling when it comes to being in the sun, black's probably a good color to wear because you're really anchoring in all of that energy from the sun when you're in that super absorbent color. But if you're going out in a giant crowd of people, black may not be the best color to wear because it may cause us to absorb more energy. Honestly, I just love black. It matches everything. It's slimming. It's always in style. A lot of the styles of clothes that I wear, they may not have them in colors that I like because I'm really picky about color, but they always have them in black, right? So I didn't want to learn much about color frequency and all of that for a long time. I was very resistant to that because I was like, I like my black. You know, like I don't want to hear that I shouldn't be wearing it. But I would say in those that would be the parameters that in my perspective I'm working with around color now is like perhaps if I'm in a giant crowd of people, I may not want I want to absorb that. When I want to be absorbing energy and frequency, then that would be a great color to be wearing. I do feel it as a power color as well, Wolf Mother, like sort of like armor is what I sense. Which is interesting because it contradicts the absorption, right? Because armor blocks, it doesn't absorb. So I think if really working in conjunction with shielding, I think I'm consciously working on our clothes in that context and sort of programming them for what we want them to do and programming certain colors for what we want them to do. That's an interesting thought, right? All right, let's see what else. Yeah, yeah, and there's a lot of people, Melissa, that are coming in and out of our reality right now, mostly out, and so like family. Um, and what I meant by that more was people who are transitioning or getting ready to transition from this planet, and this definitely includes family as well. We are going to have we're going to be experiencing a lot of that as the vibrations on this planet continue to rise. There are a lot of souls who are going to check out. There's a lot happening right now. A lot of infringements upon people's sovereignty as well. Just a lot of energies that are causing the souls that are ready to go to take their leave. And so that is going to be challenging, I think, for a lot of us. It's just continuing to consciously reconnect to the knowledge that we are eternal beings, and that simply because somebody is transitioning out of this density does not mean that our souls are separated and that we're never going to see them and connect with them again. Just really holding that knowledge within us and holding that gratitude for them if they're able to shift and transition out of this reality, and that's a beautiful thing for them. All right, as long as they're able to stay where they would like to be. What I'm also learning is that there's a lot of people that get tricked into reincarnating on this planet whose souls normally would perhaps not want to. Most of the people on this channel, I don't think we were tricked. We came here because we knew that that this planet needed our assistance, that it needed our help, and we knew what we were getting into, I think. But there's a lot of souls who are just trapped in loops here and are not even aware, or were not aware when they began coming here, that it was kind of like one way in, no way out kind of deal. But at this point, we are here assisting in this transition of energy that is allowing not only a way out, but it's like we're not even, it's like we're transforming it from within. And this planet is going to return to what it was originally meant to be, which is a beautiful mecca of gorgeous energies and experiences. This planet was not intended to be what it turned into. And we're really reviving it back to and bringing it back to its original state and density. And it's a beautiful, beautiful thing, and liberating and offering liberation to, I said offering, right? Because we don't do anything for anyone. We are way showers. We show the way, right? We offer the way, but the work is done by each and every single individual, right? But we are transforming and assisting in the transformation of this planet back to what it was originally intended. But as these souls are transitioning, it's wishing them well and knowing that if they do reincarnate on this planet, we are doing our damnedest to make sure that it is ultimately a beautiful place to be. All right. Let's see here. I want to catch up. Introvert and an extrovert. I used to call myself an extroverted introvert. I think there's actually a word for somebody who is both that I'm not thinking of right now, but that's how I used to define myself. Breath work, meditation, absolutely. Tanya, that's beautiful. That is perfect. Exactly. Great, great guidance and advice there. Your son and you, you and your son, how are we saying that? We're in Atlantis together and you're here now. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And I've been learning a lot as well about the fall of Atlantis and this cosmic virus, this Archon virus, and this infiltration that happened. And many of the sources that I'm listening to, and like we said, different perspectives, right? Say that it was right around the fall of Atlantis that this what many call the Archon virus, this energy, it first infiltrated this planet in particular. And so it's interesting to see all the parallels, right? As we're moving through, it's sort of like this is our next opportunity to move beyond that energy, right? And so it's like coming back to finish what you started is what it feels like, Wolf Mother, right? Bringing that knowledge. And I think more and more people are going to be waking up to remembering their lifetimes in Atlantis and remembering what was learned, right? The experience that happened there so that we can prevent the repeating of that experience again. Excuse me. Hello, Sly. Sun is currently at 28, 24 Aries. Yep. Eclipse happening 29:50, 12:12. Ooh, I love the 12:12 a.m. on Eastern Standard Time. That's even more beautiful, the exact time, right? The 12:12. Let's see. Yes. Greens and sunset colors. I love that, Suzanne. You're always just on time, Sophie. I'm so glad you could make it. I know you're always so bummed that you missed the live streams. Hello, Jamie. Yes. Yes. So we've just been musing about, you know, this beautiful mission that we have on this planet as we are healing her and transforming her through the act of healing and transforming ourselves and assisting one another in that process. I mean, that's what we're here for. That's what I'm here for. I'm here, of course, for all of humanity, but the more that I begin to understand sort of my role at this time, it's like I'm here for the healers. I'm here for the light workers, for those people who are here for humanity, right? We all work on different levels and in different ways. And it's just so important for all of us to come together. And it's so important for all of us to do our individual healing work and really walk our soul path, right? To move out of that fear, to move out of that energy of questioning ourselves, right? To move out of that energy of thinking that we're not enough, of that energy of thinking that we're not ready, right? She wasn't ready. That's the energy. We are absolutely ready. Now is the time. Now is the only time, right, that has ever existed. And this is the moment to really step forward. Oh, this eclipse is conjunct your south node. I forget, Jamie, that the node, the opposing node thing we have going on. Yes, conjunct your south, conjunct my north in the 10th. Hey, Ty. Yes, exactly. We are ready. We are ready. And yeah, the I'm going to say it again because it's so important. The power of the star seeds and the light workers healing themselves and stepping into their pure vibration, like that energy cannot be, the importance of that cannot be understated. That is how we shift this reality. That is how we move into and enter the fifth dimension. All pieces of the same puzzle, we all count in our individual ways. Absolutely. Absolutely. I love the puzzle analogy. I love, used to always talk about it as like a tapestry, right? And we're all these different threads within the tapestry. And it's so beautiful. And that's what this age of Aquarius is all about as well, right? Is that energy of understanding our unique individual spark, right? What makes us special. But then also on beginning to understand after we get acquainted with that, how that fits into the greater tapestry, right? This greater creation, this greater puzzle, if you will, using that analogy, and how it is that we can bring all of our beautiful, unique lights together to create a masterpiece. And for some reason, there's something else that I'm wanting to touch on right now that's being brought into my awareness. Hello, Pete. Welcome, brother. So great to see you on here. So this is going to be important or helpful for somebody. And it's this other understanding that I've been receiving recently. I've been learning a lot as well about false light and about these energies of trickery and the ways that these energies that we are liberating ourselves from, liberating this planet humanity from, the ways that they sort of trickle in and infiltrate the spiritual community and infiltrate or sort of taint or twist the information that we're receiving. And so one of the false light teachings, or one of the ways that they twist and they kind of like they gain consent for us to access their energy, is when we use the blanket statement, we are all one. And this was really interesting, right? Because we talk about this all the time and we understand from a soul, from a source perspective, we are all one. But we also, and this really resonated with me, which is why I'm sharing. When we're talking about this third dimension, when we're talking about the density that we're currently present in, we want to be really careful. We want to avoid using blanket statements like we are one. All right. Because when we say that, we are then saying that we are one with everything. So we are saying that we are one with this dark energy, this archonic energy as well. We are one with these inversions, and we are not one with that. We are one, as I said, on a greater collective scale, right? As all is a part of source energy creation, right? But we want to just use that. We want to use that word carefully, And so ways that I've been directed and I've been more comfortable asserting that phrase, we are one, is I say, I am one with original, ultimate source creator energy. I am one with the energy of all that is, with the creator of all that is. I am one with all organic creation. All right. And so, oh, I love that. Perfect timing, Sophie. So use those words selectively. All right. If we see, talking about we're all empaths on here to one extent or another, right? If we're in a crowd full of souls who are suffering deeply and we state that we are one with them, we're giving consent to take in all of that energy. All right. So we want to be very clear with our words, with our thoughts, with our intentions, and with the meaning behind what we're saying. And I personally, the way that ambivert, I like that, Suzanne. Yep. The way that, sorry, I lost my train of thought there. I got excited by the word ambivert. I believe that once we make these distinctions in our minds and set that clear intention, that intent is now clear, right? When I set that intention, that when I say I am one, I am not speaking of the inorganic. I am not speaking of the inverted. I am speaking only of organic consciousness, organic source consciousness, pure Christed light and love, and all that is birthed and created and organic from that. For example, once I set that intention is set. All right. And I know what I mean when I say it, because that has been in my awareness and I have set that intention moving forward. All right. But it's like we want to get clear in our minds about these things. We want to get really clear with our boundaries. And so I don't know, that was going to be important or helpful for somebody or all of us really to hear and know. So there's a reason that came through. But it's like being really selective with what we're resonating with, being really selective with the messages that we're hearing, and knowing and understanding that these false light beings, they will take true spiritual knowledge and twist it slightly in order to I don't know what I'm trying to say right now, but you guys know what I'm trying to say, right? In order to confuse us, all right, to put us generally on track, but kind of veer us off track. All right, so we have to constantly be bringing ourselves back to center and being really, really clear about our intentions. Our children, ooh, Melissa, our children are the brightest lights. Our children are, the term old souls, I think, is a term that we want to, once again, set clear, like, what do we mean when we say that, right? Because there are all, I think once upon a time, a person's conception of what an old soul was somebody who's been incarnating on this planet for a very, very long time. But there are all different types of souls. There are earth souls who have been incarnated on this planet for a very long time. There are star seeds who are ancient in terms of their star origins, but may be brand new to this planet. All right. And so they are old souls, but they are new souls to this planet. There are all different types of souls of different levels of evolution coming from different places who've been here for different amounts of time. And so there are definitely a lot of what we would term old souls in the way of souls that have been incarnating here for a very long time. There are also a lot of brand new souls being born as children right now, in the sense of like old in cosmic origin, perhaps. Not always. I'm being told not always. Sometimes they're just beautiful, fresh, pure, and that's the best way to do it. But a lot of these star seeds are they're old cosmically speaking, but they're very young and new. Sometimes their first time on this planet. All right, so they're bringing a very fresh, clear, pure energy to this planet. And it is our job to steward them. It is our job to teach them and protect them, and then be open to the ways that they are here to teach us, because they are our teachers. But first, it's like they're our teachers of cosmic knowledge, universal knowledge and wisdom, right? Our teachers of joy, of bliss, there's so much that children teach us, and so much that these children, as they grow, will continue to teach us, as long as we nurture and we don't shut down that part of them. like was done to so many of us in these earlier times where cosmic knowledge was frowned upon, right? Where spiritual quantum knowledge and this information was, you know, if a child told you something that they saw or something that they heard, some knowing that they had, they would be sort of shamed and told to be quiet because the parents didn't want them to appear crazy. You know, there was all of that old stuff that shut them down. We're here to not do that. We're here to encourage their opening up. And to, yes, teach them about this density, because they have all this great grand cosmic knowledge, right, and wisdom, but they don't know much when it comes to, a lot of them, right, the ones that are brand new to this density, I'm being called to just say it like it is, like they don't know shit about shit when it comes to the shit that we're dealing with down here. All right, and so it's like, educate them on that and allow them to educate us on all of this beautiful high vibrational knowledge that they came here. And this energy in general, right? Like they're here to teach us, to remind us, to activate and heal our own inner child. Yeah. You know, and what I've had to really think about when it comes to like how I'm going to approach all of this with my child is, you know, I'm going to explain to his level of understanding. You know, like I'm not going to drop the whole we live in a prison planet thing on him at 3 years old. I'm going to ease him into things, but I am going to I'm going to allow my higher self to speak through me, to set that intention that my higher self speaks through me to his higher self and tells him what he's ready to hear. And I already speak with my higher self and his higher self already interact consciously. So many times, you know, I'm working with that energy of learning how to connect with his higher self. And I'm going to allow his higher self and my higher self to guide that process. But of course, we're going to speak to the level that he's ready to comprehend. And it's going to be interesting. We'll put it that way. But I'm going to let him decide and him teach me what level of comprehension he's at and what he's ready and prepared to absorb and understand. And he's, like I said, he's going to be teaching me a lot too. It's going to be, I think, a bit of a humbling experience for some of us that look at ourselves as these gurus, right? As these children start growing and we realize how wise they truly are. Yeah, my heavy Pisces energy needed to hear this. I love you, Jamie. Yes, I am one with the all benevolent, pure white light. I love that. Hello, Pippi. Hello, Brooke. Great to see you here. Yes. Let's see what else. Trying to read over some of these comments here. Oh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet, Melissa. I love how you spell your name, by the way. I really like that. I almost want to call you Melissa. Is that actually how you say your name? Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, he's very tapped in, right? He's very in touch. Hello, Astrid. Yes, children are so incredibly intelligent. Absolutely. Absolutely. They are the next wave, right? They are the next wave of awakened beings, and they're coming in already awakened. They're coming in with especially the children born to those who have not had their DNA altered through different means. If some of you guys catch what I'm saying, they're coming in with their DNA strand, many more strands of their DNA activated, right? With a lot of their gifts and abilities activated, with these higher templates fully installed for the true homoluminous being that we are transitioning back into. So they're incredible. They're incredible. We talk on here, right, about how the powerful lighthouses for humanity that we become when we are able to remove all the inversions, when we are able to heal the trauma, right? Remove all of these attachments, remove all of these layers of density that have been piled on us. They're coming in with none of that. These beautiful, fresh, clean souls. And so part of our job, as well as what I'm learning, is to keep them clear, to constantly be clearing their energy, right? To be, as I'm learning the entity removal and these different things that I'm learning, I'm going to be doing that regularly. on my son. All right. Really just shielding them, being stewards of them energetically as well, to keep them as clear as possible. It's about us, just keeping that channel as pure as we possibly can. Their channel as well as our channel. Oh, so is it Melissa then? I don't know, Melissa. It's your name and however you want it to be pronounced. I'm not trying to change it. I was just curious as to which it was, how it was meant to be. Hello, welcome back, Suzanne. All right. Excuse me. Clear. Well, speaking of children, the little one is still napping from the sounds of it. So we are going to pull some cards here. Clear. Oh, hello, Lisa. I'm so glad that you caught us. We were just kind of talking and bouncing some energies off of each other. So definitely go ahead and check out the chat and just the conversation that we've been having after. But I am gonna pull some cards now. For eclipse season, we're gonna be looking at specifically this Aries eclipse coming up tomorrow. But remember, the eclipse is 6 months, basically until the next set of eclipses. These energies are marinating. So we're really looking at the next 6 months here. But we're looking at whatever Spirit wants to give us, whatever Spirit wants to say. What are the messages? What is the energy for the collective? For which I channel? All right, we got the Three of Wands, or the Two of Wands, rather. So that's the Spirit reminding us, set your intentions. Set your goals, set your sights on what you want. Choose. For those who have been straddling, and this has come up in some of the readings that I've done recently as well. For those who have been straddling two worlds here. Funny, remember how we were talking about the bouncing back and forth between the third, fourth, and fifth dimension? And that energy, how that is part of the roller coaster energy or experience. For some people, I'm being reminded of that again. This eclipse is offering us an opportunity to anchor more firmly into the dimension or the world, if you will, that we would like, the timelines that we would like. 1, 2, 3 is, I'm mentioning setting intentions. I love it, Sophie. Sophie's always on point with the numbers. All right. And so we have that energy anchoring us firmly into the timeline, firmly allowing us to plant our feet more squarely in these higher dimensional energies, so that we're not fluctuating as much. So we're not being dragged. Even if we just make the victory of no longer resonating in the third dimension and being rooted more in the fourth and fifth, which many of us are mostly at this point, I feel. Remember, the fourth dimension is kind of like the in-between. All right. A lot of us, I think, are oftentimes resonating in that 4D energy. All right. But still dipping back down into that 3D energy from time to time. So anchoring ourselves at least more firmly in that. And then being able to access and move into and work with those 5D energies more frequently and more often. And remember, we talked about how we are anything that is detracting from our soul path, anything that is preventing us from aligning more fully with our soul's blueprint, with our soul's dharma, is being cleared out. We're being asked to let it go now. And so it's like making the choice, setting the intention to release that and moving into this new energy. Anywhere where we've been teeter-tottering, where our energy has been split between two opposing choices or two different modes of being, we're being asked to make a choice, to make a decision and commit to it. And to really set some beautiful and powerful intentions and do some visualization work here as well. And yes, Suzanne, I feel you on that. I have had, it goes back and forth for me. I have days at a time where it's like I can hardly sleep at all. And then I don't know if it's just exhaustion from that or what, but then I'll get a good night's sleep, maybe a couple. But that insomnia piece, that is real. And it's real frustrating too. So yeah, I'm definitely feeling you on that one. All right, let's get some more energy to go with this Two of Wands. Setting intentions. Setting our sights on what we want. Ooh, we got the Tower coming out, you guys. This is really, if there were one card to encapsulate or represent eclipse season, it would always be the Tower. So it's no surprise that the Tower is coming out. Then we got the Two of Pentacles. All right. And this is feeling very similar to the reading that I just did for eclipse season for the, it was the cardinal signs, I think. So the Tower's coming in anywhere where we're doing this teeter-tottering, this back and forth energy. The Tower's coming in with a realization or an event that acts as a catalyst to really cause us to make a choice. To make a choice and stick with it. To choose a path. All right, I feel for some people, it's almost like I'm imagining that fork in the road, and you've literally just been standing in the middle. With these two different paths, not walking at all, just standing there, trying to discern which way to go. But it's like you've been feeling like your intuition's been blocked. You haven't known what to do. And the reason for that paralysis is because you've been stuck too much in your head trying to figure it out on a mind level when you need to be figuring it out on a heart level, on a soul level. All right, so the soul coming through to really activate us and to... It's like really just burning down everything that is not serving us right now. Yeah, definitely. I like that there are, we have a set of twos here. Yes, indeed. Yeah, on the bottom of the deck, we have the Emperor, right? This is what we're being asked to step into. This is the card that traditionally represents Aries energy. As many of you know, I also liken it to Capricorn energy and the Fool to Aries energy. But this is the Fool's journey, right? We talked about, we start at the Fool, we end at the Emperor. Stepping into your sovereignty, making that choice, all right? Taking those action, fully committing. Spirit wants you to fully commit. Whatever it is that you're doing, whatever choice it is that you are making, commit fully to that. No more wobbling, no more teeter-tottering, no more bouncing back and forth, no more wishy-washy energy. It's like, this is what it is. This is what we're doing. This is where we're going. Let's go. All right. And then it's time to get on the bus to the end of a 3-day fasting. Oh, yeah, that sounds beautiful, Brooke. Really clearing out your energy body for the, and your physical body as a fresh, clean vessel for the eclipse. I love that. Hello, Shemaya. Yes, I'm so happy to see you here. I'm so happy to see you here, beautiful. Fully. That's right, Suzanne. All right, we got the 8 of Cups here. So part of the choice, it's not about what are you choosing and what are you moving into. It's what are you moving away from. All right. What is not fulfilling you? What have you been, many people with this 2 of Pentacles here, it's like we've been juggling a lot, and a good percentage of what it is that we've been juggling has not been fulfilling for us. It's been draining us instead of filling us up. And so Spirit's saying, if everything that you can walk away from that is draining you, walk away from it. And if you can't walk away from it, it's time to find a different way to approach it. Or a better way to fill yourself up in between. Yeah, I mean, as far as the meat goes, I think everybody's body is different. Everyone's process is different. But ultimately, it is like I am coming to the understanding and the reluctant resignation that meat in general does have a heavier energy, and it does contribute to a level of density. I think sometimes we need that density for grounding at certain points in our process. Some people's blood types and some people's body types, they do need these certain types of proteins. I know for me, I've been it's like the idea of not eating meat and what else I could eat, because I don't like a lot of other protein sources, especially beans and anything in the legume family. The gritty texture of it just, ooh. Yeah, I'm not into it. But I am coming to the grudging realization that for many people, once we get to a certain level of vibration, it does bring our density down. And so, yeah, that's going to be a whole new hurdle to overcome there. I've been leaning more towards at least the part of my moving out of that energy of eating meat is more like chicken and fish, seafood. I eat more seafood. I bless all of my food. Make sure you guys, you are blessing all of your food, blessing your water. All right. Seafood and chicken, like lighter meats. I try to stay away from the heavier meats at least. And that's sort of how I'm sort of transitioning to a lighter diet. Yeah, exactly. You get anemic if you don't eat red meat, Sophie. Yeah, a lot of people, our body chemistries are different. The main thing is like, how are you blessing your food? How are you honoring and treating your food? Are you treating it as nourishment for your vessel? And are you paying attention to what your specific body wants and needs? Yes, we're so grateful to have you here, Galactic Elf. Checking through the chat again. Hello, Annie. Hello, welcome. Yeah, I love that. Brooke says sometimes I need to eat meat to ground. I thank it and bless it. Eat white meat when I feel like I need it, normally like once a month. So I love that too, right? It's noticing what your body needs. If you're needing and requiring that grounding, then you take that in, right? Yeah. It is. It is. Everything is designed, right? It is expensive. It can be expensive to eat healthy, to eat whole foods, right? That's why one of the things that I'm going to be looking into where I'm from is we do have not only farmers markets, but we have like food co-ops where they have a lot of local foods all in one place. And so I'm going to be looking into buying more locally and eating more locally sourced foods. That's one of my next missions personally. Oh yeah, alcohol. Absolutely. Yeah, alcohol is, they call it a downer for a reason, right? They call it a depressant for a reason. If we are in a very, very low place, it will, of course, raise our vibration, a very low place. But once we get to a certain level, different substances, they vibrate at different levels, right? So when we're consuming, when we're imbibing that thing, it's bringing us to the level of its vibration oftentimes. All right, so we want to be just cognizant of that. I mean, now that I'm a mom, I joke about this and I laugh about it. Every once in a while, I will go out and have a drink. I never did it before. Not in all the years. As many of you know on here, I am a recovering heroin addict. I have a lot of, as a everything addict, really, as far as substances, narcotics go. Alcohol was usually a take it or leave it thing, but I did everything to excess when I was younger anyway. Now it's like I'm capable of having a drink here or there if I want to, and every once in a great while I do. But I find it really doesn't make me feel all that much better anyway. Like I don't have that much more fun most of the time anyway. And if I try to have more than one, I start feeling weird. And my partner used to make fun of me because we used to go on these little getaways together and I would order a drink or something like that. And I would have 1 or 2 sips of it. And then I would be like, oh, I don't like that. That's making me feel funky. And he'd end up having to finish it for me. It was kind of like a funny thing. Now every once in a while, if it's palatable and if I'm in the right mood, but generally speaking, I don't partake in that because it does lower the vibration, especially the way that I feel it is every once in a while, if we partake in something, some sort of substance in that moment, in that time, it is going to affect our vibration, but it's then it will sort of peter out and it won't have necessarily, depending on what happens during that time, but many times it may not have a lingering effect. However, if we're doing something consistently, we are consistently aligning our vibration with that thing. And so it is going to have an effect, a more dramatic impact on our vibration. That's why things in moderation, right? But ultimately, at the end of the day, it's like these things aren't really necessary, right? And so that's the other thing that we always want to look at is like, if this isn't necessary, why am I doing it? All right, what is the true intention here? What is the need? What is the desire here? Oh, Sly, awesome. Welcome. Congratulations. And that's beautiful. That's beautiful. We have a lot of people in recovery, I think, in this tribe. And so I do like to mention it. Obviously, as you can tell and hear and observe, my recovery is no longer traditional. I was a 12-step recovery for many years, very by the book. Black and white, and now I just I do my own thing. I have my own way of working with those energies while still having a respect for them, right? and the ways that they easily ensnare. So, you know, everyone has their own path and their own way of working through those energies and that consciousness, right? Because addiction is a consciousness. All right, it's a consciousness we can fall in or out of at any time, depending on our vibration, depending on how susceptible we are, depending on so many different factors. And that's why I think for all of us, but especially for anyone in recovery, we really always want to be, if we are imbibing anything at any point in time, we really want to be, if we cannot be honest with ourselves about what our true intention is, if we are trying to change an emotion or fill a void, the answer is always no. All right, this is how I look at things now. This is how I operate. If that is if I'm trying to get out of myself, it's always a no. All right. If I'm trying to compensate for something, it's a no. All right. Most times it's a no anyway. It's like, and I do want to say as well, just for clarity's purposes, I was on 100% abstinent from all substances for 5 years. All right. Besides nicotine and caffeine. All right. Aside from that, for 5 years before I started this process of occasionally, perhaps like I've taken a hit of pot here, something like that. Maybe taking a few sips of a drink. And what I found at that point in time was that I no longer needed or required that, which is why most of the time I just don't do it, like I said, because it's not a need for me. And I found that I actually prefer being in my right mind and feeling like I have control over my energy. And I'm mastered in my energy. I don't feel that way when I take in and imbibe substances for the most part. And I generally don't like that feeling anymore. My body is also much more sensitive to substances than it used to be. I mean, it's really wild, the juxtaposition of who I was then and how I am now and the different ways that I react to things. All right. So I want to say that, and I wanted to put that caveat out there because I try to be really careful talking about that stuff because people, especially in early recovery, it was best for me to have zero, to take in zero substances, right? Aside from, like I said, the nicotine and the caffeine, which are still substances, all right? And still things that I'm working with and working on. I'm not going to lie, right? I'm totally transparent with you guys. Those are still hooks for me, if you will. But I don't want people to hear me say that and then think, oh, well, Kassia kind of experiments with that, so maybe I should try that. That's not my recommendation for anyone. I think after doing a whole lot of work on myself, after having those 5 years for my brain to completely on a biological level rewire itself to move out of that consciousness, I then experimented a little bit, mostly with things that I found to be holistic and healing, right? Like psychedelics, certain psychedelics, cannabis. It was never any of the there's those darker substances in my mind. Definitely, it's like I know where to go and where not to go. And what I found was that even the psychedelics aren't really that helpful. My ayahuasca experience was amazing. It was the trippiest thing. It was the wildest. I mean, I don't know that I will ever do it again, but that experience in Costa Rica was profound, and it was probably one of the most fascinating experiences of my life. So I would never take that back, right? But that was like there was a pure intention behind that. I was in a space, it was a ceremonial process. You know what I mean? I try to have that intention and have my intention firmly in mind. And so it's really, really important. And the ability to be honest with ourselves, like I said, because there are a lot of people who, in recovery, who have dealt with addiction, right? And anything that they put into their bodies may trigger that reaction for them. All right. And you just don't know who you are. You just don't know how that switch works and flips on and off for you until you know. All right. So I just wanted that disclaimer put out there for people that, yes, I do dabble a little bit from time to time, but if it's a really big deal, then I don't do it. If that makes any sense. You know what I mean? Like if I care about it, right? If I care about whether or not I'm going to go out to a party and have a drink, don't do it, right? Because why do you care? Why is there an investment there? Why are you looking forward to that? What do you think it's going to shift or change for you? It's kind of that thing. If I'm going out to dinner and it's a night where someone's watching the kid and it's just a moment to relax, there are those little moments from time to time, but it's very intentional. And like I said, it took a really long time to get to that point, and not everybody does, and not everybody needs to. Like I said, it's kind of a non-issue at this point, because I prefer to be in my right mind, in my right energy. And I understand that any of these substances, even the psychedelics, honestly, to a certain extent, are bringing down my vibration from where its natural set point is now kind of raising to. So I don't want to mess with that. And I also don't want to mess with my brain chemistry, because our biological bodies are very sensitive organisms as well, right? They have their own equilibrium, their own balance. And any substance that we imbibe, even the organic ones, will affect that brain chemistry. And I don't like messing with that. Exactly. Yeah. In Costa Rica. Why not? It was beautiful. It was actually so, it was really fun. Two YouTubers, Aaron Dowdy is very well known now, and Victor Odo. And then there was another YouTuber with them, Leanne, I forget Leanne's last name right now, but they all went there. They go to this specific place in Costa Rica every year, and do ayahuasca. And so they invited a bunch of their subscribers and people to join. And it was actually the anniversary of my clean date. So my original clean date from narcotics was November 11, 2011, 11/11/11. And they go the week of 11/11. And so it was just, everything was synchronistic. I'd been interested in ayahuasca, sort of intrigued by that process for quite a while now. And it just felt like it was the right moment. And so that was a really fun and a really cool experience. I want to see, does anyone else need, oh, Melissa, quit smoking cigarettes after 21 years. Oh, that is beautiful. That is, that's a big one. That's a big one. I'm still working on that myself. Like I said, I'm totally transparent as far as all of that goes. McKenna, welcome. Hello, beautiful. That is, so you inspire me, Melissa, with that. That is beautiful. That's a big one. That's a really big one. And I am, once again, like, I've gotten to the point where I do understand that dirties up my aura. I think one of the things for me that I also enjoy about it is grounding. Tobacco is grounding for me. I think that I enjoy the energy and the spirit of the plant as much as the smoking itself. There's a lot of things twisted in there. It's also one of the last vestiges of the old incarnation or version of me, that there are still there's a little bits of that old self, that old ego self that I think I still hold on to. There's a lot of different reasons for it. There's like basic physiological reasons too, metabolism reasons. Like there's a lot there. There's a lot to unwind, and I've been working through that for quite some time, but I haven't quite gotten to the point where I'm 100% ready to let that go. I feel like I'm getting there now. But it's a process, right? We all have these processes in some areas of our lives. Yeah, exactly. Good. So I'm glad that people are picking up and resonating with, as far as the addiction consciousness and that energy, sort of understanding where we're going with that. Yep. Let's see. Oh, that's beautiful, Ty, that you were able to have that kind of a relationship with it as the plant itself, cultivating it, growing it, consciously working with it. One thing that's interesting about tobacco that I learned is that when natives or tribal people smoke tobacco, they're doing it in prayer. So there's a ceremonial aspect to it. And they imagine that the smoke is drifting up to spirit and bringing their prayers and their intentions to spirit. And so that was really interesting when I found that out. And then I started going down the rabbit hole of like, how many times am I just mindlessly thinking and going through these loops in my mind while I'm smoking a cigarette? And is all of that energy amplified and those intentions amplified going up to source? And am I manifesting that much more powerfully accidentally? right? So I had to think about that. And from time to time, I do try to step into that more mindful energy when I'm doing it, of realizing that I'm putting those energies out there. So yeah, so the point I think of going through all of this is just to help people understand that there's stuff that we're all still working on, you know? We're all still working on stuff, and it is just, oh, I love Native American flute music. That my mother used to have a tape of that, and I listened to it all the time when I was a kid. It's so beautiful. Yeah, it's just we're all at different levels, and we're all still working through things and releasing things and letting go of things, right? There's a part of me that sometimes, I mean, I'm not ashamed to admit it to you guys. There's a part of me sometimes that gets frustrated. That's just like, man, we came down here. We agreed to have this human experience. Like, a lot of times it's pretty rough. There are a few things here that I enjoy that maybe are not good for me, but at least make it feel a little bit less like a drag, to, no pun intended, to be here sometimes. And I can't even have any of those things, right? And I get into that salty sort of an energy sometimes. I will 100% admit it, where I'm just like, let me eat something that tastes really good. Right? Let me have a smoke and eat something that tastes really fucking yummy that I know is not good for me, and let it not be like, not have this energy of knowing that it's like, you know, a terrible thing for me on an energetic and a physical level. You know what I mean? It's like, there are some things, like, why can't we just enjoy some of the things that we can enjoy as a human that we can't enjoy as anything else? You know, why does most of it have to be bad? And I know there's a lot of beautiful, fun stuff that's good for you, you know, but like a lot of the other stuff that the indulgences, right, just really aren't. And it's just, you know, sometimes I get into that space and I have to not let myself stay there, right? But acknowledge that frustration from time to time. I think we've all felt it, right? Like, man, am I not doing enough? Am I not? Right? We came down here to help save humanity, and we can't even have a smoke at the end of the day. Like, come on. But it is what it is, right? It is what it is. Yeah. Some mini rewards for going through all this stuff, Tara. Exactly. Like, and I know, like, this ascension and this growing spiritually is a beautiful reward in and of itself, right? But sometimes it's like, I just want to indulge a little bit. And I am a Taurus sun, right? So there is that energy there. That's a little bit of my Taurus sun coming out as well. You know, I just, the luxury, right? I just want to indulge in the luxury. But we do what we can, and we work with what we can. I love you guys so much. You guys are awesome. Yeah. Let me see here. Yes, Jamie. Clear. My beautiful sister. My beautiful sister in recovery, in light. We shall meet one day, and I am so excited when it finally happens. We are all going to meet one day, and I'm so excited when we are able to do that. I have not forgotten. I know we came up with that idea. It was on a live stream like a month or two ago, I think, of doing the retreats at all of the different chakras, like the world's chakras. That is still a plan that is still going to be happening within the next couple of years. Like, I have not forgotten about that. Just got to be sometimes. Exactly, Vita. Exactly. All right. Any more guidance here for people? Anything else the cards want to tell us here? Sometimes it's fun to just get together, though, and just kind of like run our mouths, right? Just check in with each other. Just vibe with each other's energy. We'll pepper in some messages here from Spirit as well. I mean, everything's directed by Spirit, right? Our conversations are guided by Spirit. It's all channeled. It's all guided. But we'll pull a few more. The cards are just a tool, right? A really fun tool though. A tool that I really enjoy. Another one of those indulgences and pleasures. But this one at least helps us to connect with our higher selves and our spiritual selves nature. You guys know what I'm trying to say. Oh, beautiful Melissa, thank you so much. I'm so glad you could join us. Yes, my babe will probably be up shortly as well, and then I will be taking leave. But he slept longer than I thought he would. I guess I would have had time to do the mutable signs video for the eclipse season, but I think we were meant to do a live stream. I think we were meant to do that today and just get an opportunity to connect with each other. Cook Soul Family Cookout Weekend. Oh, I love that too. So we have the Queen of Wands and the Lovers coming out here. The Lovers is typically a decision in love. This is feeling, you guys definitely check out your signs for the readings that I did for each of the like I said, I still have to do the mutable signs, but I did the fixed signs and the cardinal signs. Some of this is really feeling like stuff that came through in those readings. For eclipse season, we looked at finances and career, we looked at love and relationships, and we looked at activations and healing process. Let's get a little bit more here. I'm feeling temptation. I'm also feeling confidence for some people. Some people are being tempted by an old flame or an old lover to see if you're going to return into a previous energy. Some people are just really stepping into their own fire, their own confidence, like really owning that energy. And you may be shooting your shot here if there's somebody that you've had your eye on, or you're just becoming so confident and magnetic that you're going to be drawing somebody or something to you. We have the Knight of Pentacles with the World here. Yeah, I'm feeling for some people, it's like there's an offer that ends a cycle. An offer that brings completion. I'm feeling for somebody, this is like a message of like, you're stepping into your Queen of Wands energy, and you are so magnetic that somebody that's been kind of like, Knight of Pentacles, remember, slowest knight in the deck, he takes his time. Somebody who's been taking their time is finally making that choice or that decision to come around. And this, this is either you or for somebody else, or for some of you guys, this is you, and you've been the one taking your sweet time. So for some people, this is you reaching out to somebody, or somebody reaching out to you. For some people, this is you finally ending a cycle. Ending a cycle in love and relationships. Oh, we got the King of Wands. We got counterparts here. Queen of Wands, King of Wands coming out. This is somebody's divine partner. Twin flame type connection. Somebody's vibrational match, we'll put it that way. I don't always like to throw around the labels, right? But somebody's vibrational match. And for some of you, it's because you ended a cycle. You ended a cycle. You ended a way of being. A way of seeing yourself is what it really feels like. Like really stepping into owning your power, owning your energy, owning your worth. And that's what's bringing this energy in. And for some people that this is going to resonate for, it's like somebody's been watching you go through this process for quite some time. And now they're ready to step up. I'm also feeling for some people, this could even be if you're in a relationship. One or the other of you has been waiting for the other one to level up, to join you vibrationally, and that energy, that's finally happening. This eclipse season is going to push somebody into a higher vibration. Somebody where you might have been a mismatch with your partner, you're now a vibrational match with them. And if you're not, and you truly know that you're not, then you may be pulling the plug on that. And then allowing somebody in who is that match for your energy. So that's what we got for some love messages there. We got the Emperor once again on the bottom of the deck. He just keeps popping up. All right. Being in your sovereignty. Being the ruler of your realm. Not to be confused with, as I said that, I was thinking of, there was a Seinfeld episode, The Master of Your Domain. Anybody who used to watch Seinfeld, you'll get that reference. For some reason, the ruler of your realm, it made me think of that too. So some of you guys, there may have been a period of abstinence and a period of really cultivating your sexual energy and gaining control over your sexual energy and your libido and learning how to use that energy wisely. And now you're bringing in a counterpart, somebody who can match that energy. All right. And then underneath the Emperor, we have the Sun. I love that. Great episode. See, Suzanne, you know what I'm talking about. So if you have mastered that energy, there's somebody coming in now to be a match to that, which is beautiful. Somebody may be breaking their fast here, is what I'm feeling. Having some divine alchemical union here. So the Emperor with the Sun underneath. All right, I really love this for closing for this deck right here, because the inner child, we have us in our sovereignty, all grown in our sovereignty, strong and stable, authoritative, clear, concise. And then we have our inner child as well, alive and well and joyful and blissful. So it's like the balance, right? The balance of being in our integrity, being in our power, but also having that inner child fully activated and having these both together, working with merging these energies within ourselves. And as we step into our sovereignty, as we take back control in a high vibrational way, right? This means control over our energy, our words, our thoughts, our actions. Not trying to micromanage the universe, right? Not like petty control, not fear-based control, but this is like our divine sovereign control. The vitality, the joy, the bliss, all of this beautiful energy comes in, right? And it's by stepping into this energy that our inner child feels safe to frolic and play. All right, we're going to close with a Sacred Light Oracle. Hello, Cookies Mama. Great to see you stepping in here. Claiming your place, saying hello. Yes, reclaiming energy. Exactly. Clearing out the cobwebs. Oh, sacral chakra activation. Yeah. You guys are picking up what I'm putting down. Yes, lots of healing does happen in those times of clearing and cleansing our energy. All right, clear. It's a good thing to go through from time to time. It really is. And our sexual energy is also our creative energy, right? It's our life force energy and it's our creative energy. So when we learn how to really work with that and we learn how to center into that and use that in a productive manner, it's really empowering. And it brings a whole new level of, just a whole new level of sovereignty. Kimmy, I didn't see you there, but hello, beautiful. Hello, Noemi. I'm so glad. Thank you. Thank you, Pete, for continuing to welcome everyone. All right, let's get a Sacred Light Oracle activation card here. Here we go. We got two. All right. We have Celestial Channel and Consciousness. And this came through, I want to say, in the cardinal signs video that I just did as well. This energy of consciousness, awareness, gaining a level of awareness. Hello, beautiful. Hello, super freak. Oh, I love it. I love the play on words there. That's beautiful. frequency. Oh, that's great. All right, so yeah, this level of awareness that we're gaining of ourselves, of where we are within our spiritual journey, where we are at consciously, right? Understanding where it is that we still have space to heal, right? Where it is, what aspects or areas of the self still require healing. Oh, I think the babe just woke up, so we're gonna wrap this up real quick. That and those deep realizations coming through, a deeper awareness, an awareness too, I'm feeling for people of like where it is that we may perhaps thought we were open-minded or open, but we were actually more closed off than we believed. For some people, this is where the heart was closed off, where the perspective was closed off, the energy was closed off in some sense. That really opening up for us, the awareness of that, so that we're able to shift that. There's also an awareness for people that's going to be coming through as well of where it is that we've been overly attached to people, to places, to things, to ideologies, to our own ego identifications, where it is that we've been allowing energies to influence us through resonating with them too strongly, where it is that where we're allowing ourselves to be triggered, where we still have an overly emotional reaction to something. And we're going to be learning and understanding and working on cultivating this energy of neutrality, coming into a space of neutrality, which is so incredibly important, right? We talk about all the time the importance of being in neutrality, all right? Being unattached, all right? Not meaning uncaring, not meaning cold, but having that healthy level of detachment, all right? So being able to view ourselves from a neutral perspective, to view the awareness and the realizations of where it is that we still have things that perhaps we hadn't seen or noticed, where we have blind spots. I'll do a blind spot reading for you guys soon. That deck, it's intense. All right. Having awareness brought to these things, but also notice the tattoo, the key on her arm, having the key to unlock ourselves from whatever self-imposed prison we found ourselves locked into. And it's this energy of, like we said, allowing and understanding how to remain neutral. As we're viewing ourselves, as we're viewing the realizations coming through, as we are learning more, you know, I've been talking in this video, I've been kind of breaking everyone into some of these energies about the matrix, this prison planet, this reality that has been infiltrated, that we are freeing, right? As that information, that knowledge comes in, being able to stay neutral around that, to not go into a sense of despair, to not let the realizations and the deeper epiphanies and awakenings bring us into a dark night of the soul, right? We can stay neutral in the presence of information, of truths that may be uncomfortable about ourselves, about the world, about the reality that we are currently shifting and transitioning out of. All right. Stay neutral in all of these different respects. Really, Spirit's wanting us to do this and to work on this as we're moving through this eclipse season, and to remain optimistic, all right? Not to lose hope, all right? Not to lose hope. To stay in that high vibrational space. And if there is too much truth, if there's too much coming through and you're just feeling bombarded and your energy is feeling heavy, take that time to go reconnect, to go recharge, all right? To fill yourself back up, all right? We are eternal spiritual beings. We are the best of the best. That's why we're here doing this thing. All right. We came here to shift this planet and we are going to. It is happening. All right. In different perspectives and different timelines, it has happened. So do not give hope. Do not give up hope. You are beautiful. You are powerful. You are incredible. And you are so strong and so ready. All right. This is our channel to the divine, our channel to our higher selves, really opening up, our consciousness opening up as we release these lower ego identifications, this lower density. All right. And on the bottom, we have galactic vibration and light body under that. All right. This is beautiful. So much opening and activating here. Ancestral healing, that level of independence and authority, once again coming through. And this powerful, our galactic consciousness, our cosmic consciousness and galactic vibration, expanding our soul song, activating more powerfully. It's really good stuff, you guys. I love it. I love you. You are beautiful. You are incredible. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Each and every single one of you. I love you. I honor you. I respect you. And we will talk again soon. And for all my mutable signs, I will be getting your reading for the eclipse season out as well. Check out your other sign placements. Also know that I like all of these readings. They're they're general. They're not going to resonate with everyone. They're going to be for the people that need to hear them the most, whatever topics come out. But there probably is a little something in there for everyone in each of these different videos that I do. All right. You guys are incredible. Keep it up. Keep being the beautiful beams of light that you are. All right. Keep healing. Keep transcending. Keep transforming. Keep alchemizing. All right. Your light shines brighter and brighter with every transformation, with every time that you shed light upon the shadow, with every trauma that you heal, that you address, with every perceived flaw, right, that you allow to be illuminated and that you then allow yourself to fall in love with. All right. We become more and more powerful transmitters for light, and we transmute more and more darkness. All right. We are the light's greatest weapon. And we are here doing this thing. You guys are doing incredible. So if nobody else told you today, you're doing amazing at this being human thing. All right. You are doing amazing at this healing thing. You're doing amazing at being you. Nobody else could do it. Only you. So thank you. Thank you for bringing your beautiful individual spark of soul light to this world, to this consciousness, to this planet. Thank you for sharing that light here. All right. Thank you for activating me today. I can always use it. I appreciate it so much. I appreciate you so much. And I will talk to you all soon. If you haven't hit that like button yet, go ahead and do so. Mwah. Much love to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much. And thank you, Pete, for being there in the chat, holding it down, welcoming everyone, reminding everyone to hit that like button. I know we've got quite a few people who are doing this, and I appreciate you all. I appreciate the way you all love and support and honor each other. This is such an incredible tribe. You guys are just, you're amazing. You're so amazing. All right, I'll talk to you soon.